So, are you really getting the most out of ChatGPT? Stick with me, and by the end of this, you'll have the exact mindset and skills you need to turn it from a simple little chatbot into a seriously powerful thinking partner, one that gives you real, actual results. And it all starts by tackling one giant misconception.
Okay, so this is where we have to start. Most people, they type in a quick prompt, hit enter, and they just expect magic. And when that magic doesn't happen, what do? They blame the tool. They say, see, AI is all hype. But what if the problem isn't the tool at all?
See, the problem isn't that ChatGPT is broken. It's that it's a high-performance machine, a Ferrari. And most of us, well, we haven't learned how to drive it yet.
I mean, picture this. You hand the keys to a brand new Ferrari to someone who's never even driven a stick shift. They'd probably stall it, grind the gears, and then get out and say, this car is broken. But an expert driver, they'd get behind that wheel and immediately feel its incredible power. ChatGPT is that Ferrari. The huge difference in what you get out of it has nothing to do with the car. It's all about the skill of the driver.
All right, so if it's not some kind of magic trick, then what in the world is actually going on under the hood? Let's clear up the biggest myth about how this thing actually works.
Okay, this is absolutely crucial to get. ChatGPT doesn't think, it doesn't feel, or understand a single thing you're saying. At its very core, it's just a crazy powerful prediction engine. All it's doing is predicting the next most likely word in a sentence, based on all the text from the internet it was trained on. You know, think of it like the autocomplete on your phone, but just on a massive, superpowered scale.
Here's a great way to think about it. Imagine a person who's read every book ever written but has absolutely zero real-world experience. If you ask them a very specific, well-thought-out question, they can give you a perfect answer based on everything they've read. But if you ask them a vague, lazy question, they might give you an answer that sounds confident but is completely wrong. That, right there, is ChatGPT.
So, if it's not black magic, if we can actually understand how it works, why are so many people, like 80% of users, failing to get anything good out of it? The answer is painfully simple. Their questions are weak. Asking ChatGPT to write viral content is like going to a doctor and just saying, make me feel better. Without any context, without constraints, without clarity, you're just going to get useless garbage back. All right, this next part, this is the single biggest mindset shift. It's what separates the pros who get amazing results from the people who just get frustrated and give up.
You see, most people treat ChatGPT like an answer box. It's like a magic 8-ball, right? You ask a question, you get an answer, you walk away. Done. But the experts, they use it as a thinking mirror. They do their own thinking first, then they use the AI to challenge their ideas, to find the weak spots, and ultimately to make their own decisions even better.
So a beginner types in, write a YouTube script, and what do they get back? Something bland, totally generic. The expert, on the other hand, gives it context, constraints, and clarity. They tell it, you are a script writer. They define the audience, they state the goal, and they even get specific about things like wanting a strong hook. It's the same tool, but the outputs are just worlds apart.
You know, it's just like a calculator. We all have one on our phones, but that doesn't make us all mathematicians, right? The calculator can do the math, but you have to do the thinking. You have to know which numbers to punch in and why.
Okay, so we've got the mindset down. But what are the actual practical techniques that the really advanced users are doing every single day? Let's open up the expert's playbook.
So, what's the secret sauce here? What are the core functions that experts rely on to turn this thing into an absolute powerhouse for thinking and for getting stuff done?
It really comes down to 3 core jobs. I call it clarify, compress, and compound. They use it to clarify their own jumbled thoughts. They use it to compress a mountain of information into a simple summary. And they use it to compound one good idea into 10 new possibilities.
And this is a total game changer. You can't treat it like a boss that gives you the final answer. You have to treat it like a brilliant intern. A really fast, really knowledgeable intern, sure, but still an intern. You give it tasks, you give it feedback, and you ask it to try again and make it better. You are always in charge.
Now this is a real pro-level move. Instead of just taking the first answer it spits out, experts actually turn the AI on itself. They ask it to play devil's advocate. Hey, critique that last answer. Find the flaws in this argument for me. Now give me the complete opposite perspective. This is how you pressure test your ideas and make them bulletproof.
Okay, let's bring this all home.
We're going to tie this all together with the most important truth about AI and give you a simple framework you can start using like today.
So here it is, the uncomfortable truth of this whole AI thing. These tools are not shortcuts. They are amplifiers. If your thinking is clear, AI will amplify that clarity into something amazing. But if you're confused and your thinking is muddled, it's just going to amplify that confusion and give you a whole lot of nonsense really, really fast.
So here's your new playbook. It's a simple 3-step framework. TCR. First, you think. Do the hard work yourself. Figure out your goal. Then, number 2, use ChatGPT to challenge and expand on that thinking. And finally, number 3, you refine. You take what it gives you and use your own human judgment to make the final call. Never, ever just copy and paste.
And why is this so important? What's the real payoff here? The most powerful thing you can do with this tool isn't just creating stuff, it's eliminating bad decisions. It helps you kill bad ideas fast, before you waste time and energy on them. And that gives you speed. And right now, speed is the ultimate currency. Look, the game has fundamentally changed. It's not about who has the answers anymore. It's about who can ask the best questions. So the real question is, are you going to be someone who just copies answers? Or are you going to be someone who asks the questions that shape the future? The choice really is yours.